Hey folks, Sonic fan here, and this is a follow-up to an old yet surprisingly popular video I made on how I can't install hinges on my Technics SL1200 MK2. For those that don't already know, the SL1200 is the greatest turntable ever made. You know it's true! Love this turntable so much. They're quite expensive these days, around $500 to $1,000. If you get one of the new ones, they're like $4,000 or something ludicrous. I got this one very cheap at a thrift store. It was very broken. And I've put many years of TLC into it. Little parts here and there. I'm always fixing it up. And one of the things I wanted to do very badly was have a dust cover. I can't really emphasize how helpful it's been to have this dust cover to protect my more expensive records now that I've been collecting. Such as stuff like this. It's like a $100 record right here. So yeah, when you start getting into more expensive vinyl, you really want to have a dust cover. It's a different deal when you have dollar bin records. Who cares? Yeah, for $100 records, you don't want to be letting them collect all the crap in your room while you're playing records. So what's the deal? Well, this is a 1979 to 1983 Technics 1200 MK2. For those early year models, the hinge adapters that you can buy all over eBay don't actually fit the rubber mold under the turntable. That's a problem because those hinges are really high quality and they're spring loaded. So they need to have like a really durable slot. These are the hinges for the dust cover. They kick ass, by the way. They're super durable. Really good stuff. The one thing I would have liked to see is a little more support for this plexi, because I imagine I've seen a lot of these, they break and crack and stuff. You got to be gentle with them, especially old plexiglass. I believe it's plexiglass. But as you can see, if I move this down just a smidge, I now have, if I can slot them in here correctly, nice slotted working dust cover. Huzzah! Very exciting. So how did I achieve such a thing? Well, let's drop a lamp first. I'm dropping everything today too. It's not my day. But I don't know about y'all, but I get very upset when my turntable is broken. I can't go 12 hours with this thing, let alone a full day. I had to fix this today. I get all sorts of anxiety. I love my turntable way too much. Love my records way too much. And so, yeah, there's a guy or a person in the UK that makes a really nice 3D printed adapter for those hinges. And someone linked it from my previous video that I made a long time ago, which is nowhere near as helpful as hopefully this video will be. But I'll link it in the description as well for this video. And this person in the UK on eBay sells these 3D printed replacement hinges with a lock nut set. And as far as I understand it, it's a complete replacement that will match anything you get off eBay for the other models that are easier to find hinge adapters for. And so I need to order that. I stupidly was like, I don't need to do that. I'll just jimmy something together. And so I did, and it broke. And then I got really upset today because I couldn't safely listen to my records. I actually dragged the needle across a $100 record on accident. How awesome is that when your dust cover isn't working? So yeah, don't do that. And just go ahead and buy that one off eBay. I'll link it in the description. I have no association with that person, but I think it's cool as heck when makers and designers create a product that Technics, for example, in this case, the company, does not support any longer. And when makers and DIY people come up with solutions that are super professional and high quality, as that one appears to be, that's super cool. And I want to support that. So I'm going to order that. But that won't be here for like a month. It's coming from the UK. So in that period of time, I really want my dust cover to be working. So I came up with this hack that I'm now going to show you. Let's see if I can lift this thing up. This thing is so much heavier than it looks, by the way. It's just old rubber, but it's weighted. It's good quality stuff. So let me adjust my tripod here so you can get better focus. Oh, camera did it too. That's pretty cool. You have basically three parts to these. There's the plastic, kind of really cheap, crappy plastic. This is really poor quality plastic on the official ones. There's 2 screws. There's a metal plate that's kind of an L bracket plate, and it kind of lips over the rubber and then it has a flat piece. And then there's usually a metal plate that's kind of a securing bracket on the other side of this rubber and the black metal plate. So it kind of sandwiches together, kind of squeezes it together, and you tighten the screws. Well, the problem with the early models like this one, here, let me adjust my tripod, that's cumbersome. Much better. The problem with these early models is, of course, the holes don't line up at all, and then the mounting holes for here are super deep, and the screws don't actually match. You have to get really long, like wood screws for that, with a flat, with a wide washer head, because there's these really wide openings down here. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it. But as you can see, well, I'll try to do it later. As you can see, the workaround I came up with is twofold. If I can get my camera back in focus. There we go. It's a twofold workaround. So, well, three things you have to do. So one is, okay, put your screws in that come with the adapter. They're wood screws, even though it's a metal bit, which I think is really weird. But, I guess they secure a little better maybe than doing like M3s or M4s. But put in your screws into the black metal frame with your cheapo plastic holder. Now, after you do that, you'll notice that the screw tips kind of hit the rubber here. So you have 2 options. One is you can try to find shorter screws or drill down the ends of those screws, which is what I would opt for. Or 2, you can actually drill into this rubber frame. This is a vintage, nice turntable. I don't recommend doing that. Once you've done that, though, you've got at least half of your deal all nicely secured, which is the actual holder and the frame. But then the problem, of course, is how do you secure this metal frame to the rubber? And I did something really stupid originally out of sheer desperation and not ordering that part in the UK. And sorry, I'm covering my camera here to try to get it to refocus because it's really not liking the focus here. Come on. So what I ended up doing was actually drilling holes into the top, using the top of this frame into the rubber. And let me tell you, folks, this rubber does not mount screws well at all. It's rubber, and it's like not even, I don't even think it's solid, rubber completely. And it's brittle. It's really old. It's 40 years old. So whatever screws you put into this rubber aren't going to last. It's going to fall apart. Even if they're really solid wood screw mounts, it will fall apart. Trust me. Don't do it. Avoid it. That's what I did originally. And then I put these 2 stoppers on the top to match the height, because the lid, when you lift up the lid, it does push down, and it will actually kind of try to lift up as well, this metal plate. So having these stoppers here, where you want the height to kind of match this plastic, will match the lip here as well. You can see this part. And so that way your metal top is flush, and that will give more support to your black frame down here. Hopefully I'm explaining that well. So yeah, the stoppers are a nice addition. But the real icing or thing that really worked out best, I think, or will work out best, is I added these zip ties. And get yourself some thin black zip ties, and you got to get pretty long ones that punch all the way through the holes there. The ones I got, by the way, I don't know if they're still selling these. This is an assorted cable zip tie pack from the hardware store. Assorted cable ties. Maybe I can give you some lengths here. Made from nylon. These are pretty shit quality. They're not great. But yeah, I think these are 8 or 11 inch. It's funny. Natural and black. Apparently, the naturally occurring color of zip ties in nature is white. See the wild zip tie in the trees and the canopy above. Let's see, and they've got strength, 35-pound strength. Bundle diameter maximum is 3.5 inches. Anyway, I don't know if those specs will really help you any, but I'll pull one out here just to show you what I used. And so yeah, it's probably, 2-3 millimeters. Should I go the extra mile and take out my calipers? Sega Sonic fan's going to take care of y'all. Let's do it. So I get 2.7 millimeters metric, although this is probably going to be an imperial. I don't know, about an inch, or sorry, 0.1 inches. Something like that. Anyway, that's what you want to look for, because that'll actually fit through the hole. And then you can wrap it around and, of course, secure it from the other side. Now, this might do the job pretty well. And as long as you're not screwing into this rubber, I don't think you're going to do any permanent damage. So you can give this a shot. But I would highly recommend, if you have the means at all, to just order that one off of eBay and get yourself a really nice professional install, because that one has all the matching holes. It's got, you know, kind of recessed hex nuts to secure everything extremely well. And this is, you know, it's not the same as this janky thing. So I'll post the link in the description. Order that one. It's like $40 or something, I think, with shipping. It's not cheap, but it's not totally break the bank. And honestly, if you're getting a dust cover for what are they, like $140 or $150 nowadays? They're not cheap. And you're collecting records. If you're collecting records that are like $20, $40 records, it's worth it. You know, if you're just getting dollar bin records, then, you know, maybe not worth it. But for any kind of, you know, real collector out there, I think it's well worth it. I'm going to order one. But in the meantime, this is the zip tie hack, and is the follow-up to my video of discouragement, where I failed and could not come up with a solution. So yeah, have fun making your Technics turntables work with the nice dust cover. Later on, I might do some videos on record care, because I care. But yeah, as you can see, it's working quite nicely. And there you have it. This is Sega Sonic Fan, signing out.